In the field of electronics, there are many devices and their parts that are very important but sometimes not known. Oftentimes, even laymen use them in their general vocabulary, but have no idea what they are. In this video, we will be taking a look at one of these electrical parts and their types. If you have ever been in a situation where electronics are discussed, you might have heard the word fuse. So what is fuse? When talking about any electronics, a fuse is considered the most important device that is employed in various electrical circuits because it gives protection from overcurrent conditions. Fuses are the safety mechanisms that are used to protect electronics from being damaged, especially when there are high voltage spikes, shorts, and overcurrents. Interestingly, the electric fuse was invented by Thomas Edison in 1890. Since fuses are the simplest electrical devices, they are found in every circuit in one form or another. They also come in various shapes, sizes, and ratings. However, the main job of the fuse is to break the circuit if a current higher than desired is drawn by the circuit. The basic kind of fuse has a resistive element that is intentionally chosen for its melting point. Moreover, the working principle of a fuse is based on the heating effect of current. This just means that whenever a short circuit, overcurrent, or mismatched load connection occurs, then the thin wire inside the fuse melts because of the heat generated by the heavy current passing through it. As expected, there are different types of fuses available, but they can be divided into two main categories according to the type of input voltage they supply. There are DC fuses and AC fuses. DC fuses. DC fuses are used for direct current applications. They are used to separate the load from the source in an abnormal case. However, the size of the DC fuse is larger than the AC fuse. This is the case because in a DC system, when the metallic wire melts because of the heat generated by the overcurrent, then arc is produced, and it is very difficult to extinguish this arc because of the DC constant value. So to minimize the fuse arcing, DC fuses are a little bigger than AC fuses, and its size helps to increase the distance between the electrodes to reduce the arc in the fuse. AC fuses. AC fuses are typically smaller compared to DC fuses, and they move between the range of 50 to 60 times per second. Because of how much they move, unlike the DC fuse, the possibility of an arc between the melted wires is greatly reduced. However, fuses can still be grouped into two types. They are called lower voltage fuse and high voltage fuse. Let's take a look at low voltage fuses. 1. Cartridge type fuses. Cartridge fuses are used to protect electrical appliances such as air conditioners, motors, pumps, and refrigerators, where high voltage ratings and currents are required. They are available up to 600 and 600 VAC, and they are widely used commercially as well as in industries. However, there are also two types of cartridge fuses. There is the general-purpose fuse that has no time delay and the heavy-duty cartridge fuses that have a time delay. These fuses have completely closed containers in metal contact. 2. D-type cartridge fuses. The D-type cartridge fuse is made of a cartridge, fuse base, and adapter ring. The fuse cap is attached to the fuse base through the adapter ring, and it is equipped with the fuse element with a cartridge. And when the cartridge's tip makes contact with a conductor, the circuit is complete. 3. High rupturing capacity fuse. The HRC fuse is a unique kind of fuse where the fuse wire carries a short circuit current in a set period. If the fault occurs in the circuit, then it blows off. But if the fault is removed, then it does not blow off. The HRC fuse is made with glass, but this is not always the case as some other kind of chemical compound can also be used. The material inside could also be filled with plaster of Paris, quartz, chalk, marble, dust, and cooling mediums. These materials help to carry normal currents without overheating. At both ends of the fuse, the ceramic enclosure is made with a metal cap that is welded with fusible silver wire. It uses ceramic because it is a highly heat-resistant material. HRC fuse is consistent, and it has the feature that if there is a high fault current, then the break time is low. 4. Rewirable type fuses. Rewirable type fuses are typically used in household wiring and other small industries, and its main benefit is that the fuse carrier can be removed more easily without fear of electrical shock or other harm. The fuse element is held by the fuse carrier, which is made of tin, copper, aluminum, or lead. The fuse base is also made of porcelain, and it serves as an incoming and outgoing terminal. High voltage fuses. High voltage fuses are rated as high when the voltage is between 1.5 kV and 138 kV. They are used in power systems to protect the power transformer, distribution transformers, and instrument transformers, where circuit breakers may not be able to protect the system. The element of high-voltage fuse is generally made of copper, silver, or tin. However, high-voltage fuses come in 3 different categories. 1. Cartridge-type HRC fuses. The cartridge-type HRC fuse is identical to its low-voltage counterpart, but several of its design elements are different. In the high-voltage fuse, the fuse element is wound in the shape of the ring. And in some of the HRC fuses, the 2 elements are used. One element is used for the flows of the normal current, while the other is used for short-circuit current. However, the fuse element for heavy current is made of tungsten metal because of its high resistance property. 2. Liquid-type HRC fuse. This type of fuse is packed with carbon tetrachloride and preserved at both the tops of the caps. The liquid-type HRC fuse is mostly used in the high-voltage circuit. It is typically used to protect transfers or for circuits that have a rating higher than 400A. When the fault occurs with this type of fuse, the short circuit passes through the fuse element. The fuse element then melts and breaks. When the fuse operates, the liquid inside extinguishes the arc, and the short circuit capacity is raised as a result. 3. Expulsion-type HRC fuses. The expulsion-type HRC fuses are used to protect the feeders as well as the transformers. It is designed for 11 kV, but they boast a capacity of up to 250 MVA. It includes an unfilled open-finish cylinder that is designed with synthetic resin-bonded paper. It is an escapable fuse where the internal arcing-produced gases are expelled. The elements of the fuse are positioned in the cylinder, and the tops of the tubes are linked to the appropriate equipment at every finish. Fuses are very crucial parts of any electrical device, as it is the safety device that interrupts current flow to stave off an explosion or excessive heat that could happen as a result of a fault. And that's it on the types of fuses. For more helpful videos like this, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss an upload. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you guys in the next video.